Hello and welcome to the 445 Productive Through Joy Show with your host and your boy, Dr. Michael Datcher. The show airs each weekday morning, hella early AF at 4:45 a.m. here on YouTube's Michael Datcher channel, then 4:45 p.m. on Facebook Live. Guys, today we're talking about spiritual evolution. The idea that when you can evolve to what we call your highest self, do your internal work, you can then enhance your level of productivity. All right, so thanks for joining us. You can go to productivethroughjoy.com, see about us. We speak to groups, schools, and organizations about being productive through joy. And yeah, let's dive into the topic. And so point one is that we encourage people to think about the fact that you can evolve yourself. You can grow. You know, you get to a certain point in your life, as many people find themselves, and they think, man, I've lived lots of my life, and I've pretty much become who I'm going to become. Or someone who told me who I love and respect said, you know, I'm too old to change or evolve. And I was like, I hope I never said that about myself, right? And that's point one. That is point one, that you have the power to continually evolve and grow. Point two is committing to doing the work. That's the challenging part. I know for me, I mean, you know, and for each person it's different, which is why it's in some ways challenging. Some people can literally, just because that's in part how they're hardwired and having certain types of advantages, they're able to know and believe and manifest change, growth, and evolution in their life well into the latter stages of their lives. Other people, because they haven't seen those examples, lack resources or lack the confidence or lack the belief systems that seem to be important for making those changes, they don't think they have the power to make that evolutionary change, right? And so as a result, they find themselves stuck in at a certain level without really becoming their highest selves. And when you're stuck, that's one of the things that happens as a precursor to people kind of shutting down their lives. You know, and my life is pretty much over. I've done all that I can do. Because when you stop dreaming, pushing yourself, in a way, life does kind of end. All right. So, which goes right into point three, which is as you begin to do the work and as you begin to believe that the work that you're doing can have significant change, in my experience, that change, that evolution does and will happen. It's an extraordinary thing. And one of the most powerful benefits of that change is that you make your life exciting for all of us. Whatever situation you're in, whatever race, orientation, whatever age, life is challenging for most people, right? And it's easy to get stuck in certain situations. So you want to be able to think about, man, how do I go about adding excitement to my life that doesn't necessarily involve a stimulant that's outside of myself? And one way to get excitement into your life, get energy into your life, is to completely be committed to growth, change, evolution. If you can look back, I'll tell a brief an anecdote to make this point. Listen, each day, my birthday was in June 10th. So I imagine and think about my life as revolutions around the sun, because that's what we actually are doing. The earth, as we know, is revolving around the sun. It's a journey, right? That takes a year. And so I imagine life itself as each year of my life as a revolution around the sun, a journey around the sun. And the goal is to see what I can learn, how I can change and grow and accomplish on that journey. So that's how I basically organize my life. At the midpoint and around New Year's Eve, when people are making their New Year's resolutions, that's my check-in point, because I was born in June. January 1st is like the midway point, pretty much, of my cycle around the sun. And then the last 10 days, I was born June 10th. The last 10 days, starting June 1st, I began to really deep dive and look at, you know, my goals for that year, how I've manifested certain things, you know, what I need to work on, where I'm at, and then begin to plot my goals for the next revolution around the sun, which I did this past June 1st through June 10th. So I have a new series of goals, objectives, things I want to grow in and change for my upcoming revolution around the sun, which I just, of course, began on June 10th in the evening, so June 11th. I'm around my 10th day on my next journey. So having that attitude, what it does is it makes change and growth. It allows me to do the work and have the mindset to do the work that needs to be done to grow and change. And when I reflect back on basically June 1st through June 10th on my prior year and see the ways I've changed and grown, it's exciting because I'm intentional about that. And it's not just me. I'm using my example because I know my example the best because I do it all each year. But anyone can do this, is what I'm saying. I'm not trying to self-aggrandize you. I'm just saying that if I can do it, given all my problems and challenges, anyone can do it, pretty much. So I'm encouraging you to think about that and see how you can go about doing what needs to be doing by enhancing your level of excitement by being able to do the work of spiritual evolution. I guarantee that you will see an uptick in your physical manifestations, goals, and objectives. Boom, goes the dynamite. See you I will see you again at 4:45 p.m. on Facebook Live. Let's talk about it and be about it. Deuces.